In this video, I'm going to be going over the new super packs coming tomorrow in NBA 2K23 Myteam and how that's going to be having a pretty big effect on the market for these certain cards that will be in the packs, and also just an overview of the market, how you guys can maybe prepare for that, and yeah, just an overview of the market of what I see coming in the future. So just in case you guys don't know, maybe you missed it and didn't see the super pack. So in the first Tuesday of season 7, we got something called the promo super packs, and that had cards like Invincible T-Mac, Invincible Giannis, I do believe, and it had a bunch of different, just dark matter cards. I think it might have been like Luka Doncic, those type of cards. I believe it was like Luka, I think like Ron Artest, Vince Carter, those guys were in those super packs, and that caused the market to go down like crazy. And then also last Tuesday, we did get these new NBA champion super packs, and 2K have said that we'll be getting super packs every single Tuesdays along with the rush content, because that's where those rush cards are in packs. Because if you guys don't know, the rush cards aren't actually, in their own pack. They have those equal chance packs you can get from the agendas and in different game modes, but there's no like rush pack in the auction house. They're only going to be available in packs in these super packs. So for example, last week was Julius Randle. It was also cards like Vlade Divac. You had Dennis Rodman, you had Sidney Moncrief, Glenn Robinson. Those were the 5 new Rush Dark Matters, and they were available in these NBA champion super packs alongside other crazy invincibles like Giannis, Scottie Pippen. I think Shaq was in here, I do believe. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, Magic, Shaq, he was in these super packs. Other dark matters like Kevin Garnett, Bill Russell, I know D-Rob, I'm pretty sure was in here as well, and that did cause the market for these specific cards to go down a ton. Like KG, he dropped a ton in price. Bill Russell was all the way down to 50k, and yes, these cards have rebounded and gone back up in price. That's not the point of this video. It's the initial crash that happens on Wednesday and Thursday is when these cards are, or I guess Tuesday and Wednesday is when these cards are at their all-time lowest. So I'll be talking about how you guys can maybe prepare for that and just look to buy some cards on Tuesday as maybe even a solid investing opportunity. Because we look at a card like D-Rob, just for example, he was all the way down to like 70,000 MT when those new super packs dropped, the NBA champions one, and now if you look at D-Rob, he might be up a little bit in price. So maybe it's not like the greatest investment opportunity, but just if you want to buy some cards, I'll talk about that here in a second, but I think it could be a really good time to do so tomorrow when the new super packs drop, or on Wednesday. I'll talk about like when's the exact time, or when I think is the best exact time to be buying these cards in the super packs. But also, Kevin Garnett, he was super cheap as well. Like Kevin Garnett was down to, I believe, like under 200k, and if we look at KG right now, I'd be very surprised if he's still under 200,000 MT. I've seen him consistently go for like 235 to 250, somewhere in that price tag, maybe even a little bit more, like 275. So KG went down a ton in price. In the first original promo super packs, Luka was like consistently 250 to 300. He dropped below 200,000 MT. So that's what these super packs do on Tuesdays. Because they have insanely good odds, these were 15% chance at a dark matter. And now that heat wave packs are 20% at a dark matter, I would not be surprised tomorrow if the super packs have a 25% chance at a dark matter. That is kind of crazy, man. 25% chance at a dark matter pull. I could definitely see that coming in tomorrow's super packs. Not exactly sure what they're going to be called. They're probably going to do some sort of theme like this. Hard to really predict. Are they maybe going to do, I don't know, MVP, something like that? Only players that have won MVPs. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do this super pack system, because like I said, the first week it was just called promo super pack and just had a bunch of random promo cards in it, and then the second week was this NBA champion super pack, which obviously you guys can see by the title of the super pack. Every single card in here, I believe also the Galaxy Opals, have won a ring, like Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Bill Russell, KG, Kawhi, D-Wade. Like all of these cards have won a ring in their lifetime, or I should say in their career, in their NBA career. So that's why they were in these super packs. But for next Tuesday, tomorrow, are they going to do a different type of super pack? What are they going to call it? What does that mean? I'm not 100% sure. Last week, I did predict cards like KG to be in the pack. I was right about that, because I was thinking like the first pack they did Ron Artest, and I think maybe Nikola Jokic, or I think they just did Ron Artest, and then next time they did KG. So maybe this time they'll do Jokic, and potentially like maybe they'll do a MVP super pack, something like that potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but what I'm saying is if you guys want to prepare, It's hard to predict. That's the big thing about these super packs. That's kind of really hard to predict, because if you look at the NBA Champions one, if we look at the cards that are non-invincibles, there was cards like Dirk. He was in here. He went down a lot in price, but it's really hard to predict. Like, is Dirk going to be in these super packs again? Is a certain card like, you know, Jimmy Butler from the out of position 2 or from the out of position 1, is he going to be in now in these super packs? Because he wasn't in the first or the second ones, I believe, but then Bill Russell was in the second super packs on Tuesday. So it's really hard to predict. Like, I don't know if Kristaps was in those super packs. I don't believe he was, because he's not an NBA champion. So maybe we get a Kristaps potentially, or a LaMelo Ball. One of those Dark Matters could be in the super pack. So I think if you wanted to prepare and you think you can guess what cards will be in the super packs, it might be not a bad time to sell if you think some cards will be in the super packs. For example, I'm not sure if they're doing any actual promo cards from season 7. Like, I don't think there was really any splash zone cards in there. Like, there wasn't a Ray Allen, there wasn't a Pascal Siakam, even though both those cards do have rings. I think they were doing, you know, a majority of cards that dropped in previous seasons. So if you go back to like season 5, right, and they'll probably put the new invincibles, like I'm sure LeBron will be in there, I'm sure Carmelo will be in there, Anthony Davis, Curry, I'm sure will also be in those packs as well. But yeah, if we go to season 6, like they put Tim Thomas, or no, they haven't put Tim Thomas, I believe. Yeah, they put Luka in the first ones, so maybe Tim Thomas or Bull will be in the third packs. You look at the Titan set, they haven't put Yao Ming, so maybe they put a Yao Ming in that set. I don't think they put it Dwight Howard yet, so maybe they put it Dwight Howard. It's just kind of a guessing game at this point, but the main thing I wanted to talk about is the great buying opportunity on Tuesday and Wednesday. Whether you just want to buy the cards to use them for a super cheap price, that is probably the best thing to do. That's what I did personally with my Vince Carter. I bought a Vince Carter for about, I think it was 75k. It was about 70 or 75k 2 weeks ago when he dropped in that first promo super pack. 2 weeks ago, I bought him for about 70k. I think it was around 70k, and then I sold him for about 95 a week later. So I think it's not a bad investment opportunity. If, let's say, for example, we see a Nikola Jokic, right? We see Nikola Jokic, just the out of position one. Right now, I would say he's about 350,000 MT, somewhere on average. Like, let's just say 350k. If he's in the super packs tomorrow, once again, this is just speculation, but if he is in the super packs tomorrow, for example, and he's 300,000 MT, he might drop to like 250, 275, and that might not be a bad time to buy him, for example, right? Other cards could potentially drop, like maybe a Jimmy Butler, maybe a Kristaps Porzingis. Like, he's right now about 200, 250. Maybe he drops to like 125, 150. So it really just depends, you know, it really depends what the cards drop to, how much the market does crash. But the past two promo drops, or the past two promo super packs and the NBA champion super packs have dropped the market a ton for the cards in the set. Like, even guys like Wilt Chamberlain, he went down a ton in price. Like, he became a buy now, and I think Wilt's now down to like what, 60k, 55, somewhere in that price range. Yeah, he's about 60 to 65k right now, so he went down a ton in price. D-Rob went down in price. So all of these cards that were in the previous super packs did drop. So I do think, I just want to let you guys know, give you guys a quick heads up that I do think the market's once again going to crash a ton for these cards in the super packs. I just want to make that clear. If a card isn't in the super packs, he's most likely not going to go down. It's just for the cards that are in these packs that will most likely drop a decent amount. So that's going to be a great buying opportunity on Tuesday and Wednesday. I would say either Tuesday night or Wednesday kind of day is probably the best time to do so. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a heads up that it's a great buying opportunity tomorrow. Like I said, Tuesday day / night, or maybe Wednesday to buy cards, maybe invest in some higher names that do drop in price. I'll leave that up to you guys, but hopefully you guys did enjoy, and let me know in the comment section down below maybe some predictions of what you guys think the pack will be for the super pack, because last week was NBA champions. I guess I'll just throw my guess out there that I'll be an MVP type of pack. But yeah, I don't really know for sure, but let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about the market and the new super packs, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.